भारत महासागरीय अंतर्जातीय सम्मेलन आज हूँ उद्यापन दिवस इंडिया एंड इंडियन ओशन मीट शेष दिवस में अतिथि भाव जोग प्रतिरक्षा मंत्री मनोहर पारिकर 20 तारीख में सम्मेलन को उद्घाटन करते केंद्र विदेश मंत्री सुषमा स्वराज। इस सम्मेलन में भारत महासागरीय तटवर्ती 20 देशर प्रतिनिधि जोग देते
10 different jokes at 10 different meetings. They would start laughing even before you started. This is danger in a political speech of repetition, but in conferences like this, where you are required to speak last, it helps because the people before you make various points and that gives you a lot of material to speak on. I had an experience of lawyers coming to Goa, top constitutional lawyers all came to Goa, a lot of judges also of the Supreme Court had come to Goa. This was in 2003 when I was Chief Minister of the state. And the issue was Advocates Act. Obviously I am not an advocate, I am an engineer. So I had to take points from my Advocate General what to speak. He gave me 2 pages of written points, well drafted. Unluckily for me, before me the speaker who was there was no less than the best lawyer of the country, Falin Nariman. He virtually took every point which was on my paper sheet and elaborated it like a Supreme Court lawyer he is. And I was getting nervous after every sentence of his because one by one the points were disappearing. I was left with nothing. So I had to welcome the guests for having come to Goa, told them of course you enjoy Goa. Goa is beyond a seminar, doing some sort of a campaigning for tourism department. And then one point struck me. I told them there is one thing both of us love and that is bar. You love bar of a different kind. In Goa, there are number of bars are averaging 1 per 100 of the population. You can go anytime. You will not get food, but you are sure to get the right alcohol. Obviously, I was saying it in a very lighter mood. But next day, hundreds of advocates came to my house in a morcha, demonstrating and proving my point. I congratulate the organizers for having done this exercise, and I think they should treat it as beginning, not the end. It's very important, Indian Ocean region, Indian Ocean Rim countries. This area is very important. It has almost, I think, 56 or 57% of the world reserves in oil. It has about 40-45% of gas reserves of the declared assets. We don't know about things which have not been found so far. It's very rich in oil, gas. It almost carries 2/3 of the trade in oil. Every liter of oil going to China moves through this region. Coming to India obviously moves through this region. It has almost more than 50% of the container traffic and probably about 1/3 of the cargo traffic which moves. And India is located in a position which is very crucial. The kings whose names we recognize, they always understood the importance of sea, whether it is Shivaji Maharaj, Chandragupta Maurya. In fact, the word navy, I think, came from a Navy school he initiated. And the port of dry dock in India could be located to Lothal in Gujarat also. Indus Valley Civilization, you will find signs of docks and shipbuilding. So India knew its importance of sea very long back. In between somewhere we lost the track, and the countries which had good naval power strength like Spain, Portugal, Britain, UK, they ultimately control the globe. You can understand the importance of sea on these aspects alone. And what is the reason why you should, not only because of trade, but why you should have a strong presence. And I'll mention here India's strength lies in non-violence. But I believe the non-violence can be dictated by people who are strong. There's a saying in Sanskrit, we respect everyone, every regional player, we respect and treat them equal. But it is very important for India to achieve that strength, because there is a saying in Sanskrit which says, obviously I don't have good enough control on Sanskrit, but I will translate it for you, that it is always a goat who is sacrificed at the altar of Yajna, not a lion. You don't sacrifice lion, because if you try to sacrifice him, he will eat you away. So a strong person can dictate peace. But this peace is required for trade. Many times we only look at ocean as a surface. We have to remember, if I tell you that 95% of your genetic material comes from fish, many of you might not agree or feel like that they will develop fins here. But it does. Of course, the effective 2-3% that makes the difference. But the life started in ocean, a point which we need to recognize. If it was not oceans, the life would never have started. But economy of an ocean does not depend on the surface of it, not only on the trade. Economy of the ocean also has to be within the ocean right up to the floor. Most of the ocean floor is flooded with nodules of rich minerals, and we have not exploited them. We only think that the fish is the only thing we can eat from the ocean. And the amount of research and energy which has gone for development of space, I think ocean requires attention today. And it is not only for getting oil out, but I'll tell you one very fundamental principle of non-renewable source of energy, that can be ocean. In fact, today if the climate balance has been kept in spite of our pouring in so much of carbon in the atmosphere, it's because of ocean which absorb much of the energy and reduces temperature to a particular level. If you go down, the temperature levels changes, you can exploit that for generating power. There is already trials going on. Economically, ocean can be a enricher and generate enough, but it can be destroyer also. So we need to have a communication with all the countries how to get rid over cyclones like Hudhud or many other cyclones. That knowledge needs also to be shared with us. And India is one country which is in position to do it. India's coastline is almost like a necklace, giving it that importance in the Indian Ocean. I feel that we should initiate, and the organizers can initiate this aspect of creating a group of Indian Ocean rim countries. This small group is very important initiative. You can create a grid, you can have a team together which will share data, which will share information, assist each other, because today's threats are not traditional threats. Non-traditional threats are coming in. the pirates of Somalia, when being neutralized by the various navies, including India's, are shifting their location towards India. So you need a navy which is blue in color. That is not a reason I am wearing blue. I think we need strength, we need cooperation, and therefore I propose that organizers take lead in forming a group which will, a platform, common platform for Indian Ocean Rim countries, a common grid which will take place. One very important aspect of this grid, when I say necklace, we always see the outer part of the necklace. We don't realize that necklace is brought together by a thread which ties it together. One of the strongest aspects in this coming together will be the cultural and ancient ties these countries have with each other. And there is one aspect which I was going through the declaration, which has been stressed by the declaration. I hope the organizers take this forward. Whatever help from our side can be given forward. It was the right place for selecting a strategic place which I consider as rich in heritage, and I think that will be the thread for this necklace you need to develop, with India being at a focal point. Thank you very much.
भारत और भारत महासागरीय तटवर्ती 20टी देश को नहीं अनुष्ठित होता सम्मेलन में आज था उद्यापनी दिवस। यही अवसर में केंद्र प्रतिरक्षा मंत्री मनोहर पारिकर तांकर संभाषण रखुले और आपण तार सीधा सड़क चित्र देखुले। फास्ट न्यूज रे समय एक ब्रेक।